Hello, I'm XPLovecat, and I just got back from the first ever Chaosium Con a couple weeks ago, and it was a ton of fun. And it really got me inspired to talk about what are the benefits of actually playing role-playing games at a convention. So let's dive right in. The first benefit is you get to meet a lot of great people. If you're anything like me, it can be a little bit intimidating to strike up conversation with strangers, but at conventions, the cool thing is that you have something in common with them right away. You know everyone's there because they love playing games. So being at a table with the goal of playing this game is something that you already all have in common, and you can start to get to know people pretty easily at a convention setting. The cool thing about conventions is normally it's a pretty safe place to be able to test your boundaries and start making conversation with strangers. If you're someone that struggles with social anxiety, this is a place that is safe for you to come and play games because everyone's there just to have fun. Speaking of meeting cool people, at Chaosium Con, I was able to meet an artist who made the art that I have on my wall right now. His name is John Sumrow, and he's a pretty cool dude. I'll link his information in the description below if you're interested in checking out his work. The second reason why playing games at a convention is awesome is because it gets you an opportunity to try out new games. So oftentimes groups will get kind of stuck in their ways on specific games that they always play, and they know the rules, so it's really easy to just pick up a game and go do a one shot, and that's good. But conventions are a chance if you want to try out games that you normally wouldn't play with your group or you're interested in and you're not sure if you would like it or not. The benefit is that you usually have a game master or a keeper who is already familiar with the game, so they're able to run it the way the game is intended to be run, and they have some experience with the rules. So it makes this first session go really smoothly because they're there to help you really direct how the rules are supposed to go, answer your questions, and it's again, a safe place to learn new things and try out different games that you might not otherwise get the chance to. At the convention, I was able to try out RuneQuest, which is a game I had never played before, so it was cool to kind of learn a little bit of the lore, and also to get to meet people who this is their game that they love to play, and see their passion and talk to them about this game that they've been playing for a really long time. And vice versa, it gives me an opportunity to share my love of the games that I love to play and have a lot of experience playing with other people. So it's a win-win situation. You get to really explore new things and try out some new games. The third benefit is you get to experience a different way of playing. If you're like me, you probably have one or two groups that you have been playing with for years, you know their style of play, and you've gotten really comfortable with how each other role plays. In addition, you might have a game master you're really used to playing with, or you might be a game master yourself. Playing at a convention gives you the chance to see a game master or different players in a different style of play. So if you're a game master, you might play as a player, and first of all, give you a chance to give a little break from being a game master, but also to look at maybe different examples and see, okay, maybe this person was game mastering that I really, really like these specific aspects. Like they're really good at describing or narrating, or they're really great at managing the table and communicating and checking in and making sure everyone's having fun. Those are maybe some things that you can learn from other game masters and apply to your own style if you really like that. And on the other side of things, maybe you have not such a great experience with a game master, then you would learn from that as well and say, what do I not like in a playing group, so that you know how to choose groups in the future that will match your style of play. And if you're just a player, it gives you a chance to see how other people play and role play in particular. It's fun, especially with pre-generated characters, to see how people latch on to different personality traits and try to implement them into their play style. Number 4 is a chance to get out of your comfort zone. And normally when you're outside of your little comfort zone, that means it gives you an opportunity to grow either as a game master or a player. So we've talked a little bit about this already, but you're generally at a table with strangers, so it gives you the opportunity to become more comfortable around different people and let down your walls a little bit and go right in for that role play opportunity, even if you don't know the other players at the table. The more you practice playing games with strangers, the easier it'll become, and I find the more fun it becomes as well. I usually look forward to meeting new people and seeing how they play, and getting a chance for myself to practice just going for a character right away, just going into it and getting really into the fun and not having to worry about what they're thinking about me or judging about me, because most of the time they're not doing any of that and they're just there to play a game and have a ton of fun. Number 5, it gives you a chance to do cool things. Yes, I know that's a very generic thing to say, but what I mean is that convention scenarios are usually about 2 to 4 hours, so they're short, one shot, and they're with pre-generated characters that are probably not going to be played by you again in the future. That means you can be a little bit more liberal with your choices with your character. Let's say you're playing a campaign and you've done a ton of backstory for your character, you feel really connected to them. You might be a little bit more cautious about the choices that you make during gameplay. But when you're playing a pre-gen and you know at the end of the convention this pre-gen is not going to be played again, you're much more liberal with your choices, can kind of do some crazy things, have fun, and in the case of Call of Cthulhu, you might end up dying, but that's okay because you're just playing a character that you're going to throw away at the end anyway. And the 6th benefit to convention play is it gives you a chance to experience short gameplay. I know everyone's schedules are super busy, and that's one of the biggest complaints I hear about trying to get into the role-playing game hobby is it just is a huge time commitment. But it doesn't have to be. If you go to a convention and learn how to play one-shots really efficiently in a 2 to 4 hour time slot as a one-shot scenario, then you can do this at home with your friends as well. Just every other weekend, not even that much, maybe once a month you get together and you just play a 2-hour quick one-shot. It gives you a chance to learn how to do those things and how to use pre-generated characters, so you don't even have to spend the time making those. It's fun to learn how much content you can really tackle during that 2 to 4 hour period and serve as proof as something you can fit into your schedule every once in a while if you lead a very busy life. Those are my thoughts on playing games at conventions. I love the opportunity to play with different people, learn new things, try new games, be a little crazy with my character choices. All of these things are a lot of fun, and I hope I've inspired you to sign up for some events for whatever conventions might be in your area. There are a ton going on all the time, so just do a little bit of research and I'm sure you'll find the opportunity to dive into a game. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.